Chubstep.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed.
Chub. Step.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
After the club, go to Trifani's for sloppy steaks. They'd say, no sloppy steaks, but they can't stop you from ordering a steak and a glass of water. Before you knew it, we were dumping that water on those steaks. The waiters were coming to try and snatch him up. We had to eat as fast as we could.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show started.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome
to
back.
Another Chubstep episode podcast here. Chubstep podcast episode.
That's right.
We got a big one. We got American travesty. We got porn. We're talking a little bit of porn. Yep. Buckle up.
So, you know what, Steve, is very interesting? And what me and Steve very rarely talk about what we're going to talk about ahead of time before we do the show. I sometimes will tell each other, but I think sometimes I kind of like the surprise of not knowing. And, you know, maybe you could prepare for it a little better if we knew what we were talking about ahead of time. But like, I kind of like
maybe.
just the surprise. The reaction's natural when you don't know what the other person's going to talk about.
Exactly.
This is, weirdly, Steve, two of the topics I'm going to talk about today could also be described as an American tragedy and porn.
Oh, God damn it. It's going to be the same thing.
But I guarantee you the one of them is not the same thing.
I bet one of them is.
One of them might
I'm
be.
50-50 on the other one.
Okay. I know the other one's not.
This is going to be a short episode.
Okay, perfect. Welcome to Chubstep. Yeah, I'm Jared. This is Steed. And Steed, let's start with one of yours. Let's start with one of yours.
All right. Well, I'm pretty pissed off. I'm sure you're pretty pissed off.
Yeah.
That Joey Chestnut got banned.
Okay. That was the same. That was an overlap. Yeah. That's the American tragedy. So.
Okay, well, for me, I'm not that pissed because I've always been a Kobayashi supporter.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he was a bad boy. He was edgy. I liked him.
Shout out to Jetty Squad.
So, for those that don't know, let's get the background of the story here. Joey Chestnut has, as of now, been banned from Major League Eating, more specifically the Nathan's hot dog eating competition that happens on 4th of July every year. And he is obviously like the multi record holder for the hot dog eating championship.
He's the Tom Brady of hot dogs.
For sure. Some people declare him as the greatest sport athlete of all time.
I mean, he's got the most championships.
If you consider,
championships.
Not everybody considers Major League Eating a sport. For those that do, he is the best ever.
Well, no Kobayashi, he just retired like 2 weeks ago, and this is probably why.
Did he officially retire?
He officially retired because his body's all messed up. He has no sense of hunger or appetite or anything anymore, and he's had like neurosurgeons check him out and stuff, and they're like, "Man, that sport was tough. That was tough on your body, big.
It's not good for you, it turns out, to eat."
I don't see any swimmers coming out with neurological eating problems.
Yeah.
All right.
So this kind of reiterates that Major League Eating is a sport, because they talk about guys in the NFL that get CTE or, I can't. Derrick Rose made the statement about, I don't want to keep playing basketball if I can't walk at my kid's graduation.
Yeah.
This is the same sort of thing.
Cost the Bulls a championship.
Yeah, he did. And same sort of thing here with Joey Chestnut, or, Kobayashi. He's like, I can't keep going because injury, Major League Eating injuries. Basically, the issue was that I think he signed a multi-year deal with Impossible Foods, has a hot dog that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
he sold out big time.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal. I mean, you only have so many opportunities food-wise for endorsements.
I mean, he's the biggest name in eating, though.
He is the biggest name in eating. I mean, I've seen him do things with pistachios, and he has his own sauce line and things like that. But if somebody's like, hey, do you want, I think it was like a $1.2 million deal over 4 years or something like that. It was a decent deal.
Like $1 million each year?
No, it might have been I don't know what it was. Maybe $3 million a year or something like that. $300,000 a year. So it was a decent chunk of change, to the point where the future hot dog ones aren't guaranteed, right? I mean, he could have an injury and not be able to eat a hot dog. Kobayashi, famously, that one of the years that Joey Chestnut beat him, he had an injury to his jaw.
Yeah.
I also am a huge Kobayashi fan, Steve.
Kobayashi would have won.
Very good Did you watch a documentary about between Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut?
30 for 30? I did not.
Very good documentary. It is called The Good, the Bad, the Hungry.
That's fun.
So it's about, I talked about it on the show a long time ago, but it was a 30 for 30. It's all about Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut competing in the hot dog eating contest. Super interesting, even if you're not a huge Major League Eating fan like I am myself. He is apparently banned from this, which also happened to Kobayashi. He got banned also.
He got banned way long ago, yeah, because he also he was doing other eating competitions, and then the hot dog guys are like, you can only do ours, and he's like, I thought this was America.
Yeah,
I thought this was America. I'll do whatever I want. And then he got arrested because he stormed the stage at the 2009 or 10 hot dog championship.
Yes,
after he was banned.
I mean, if you watch a documentary, it's very clear the guys that kind of run that thing. As much as I love that hot dog eating contest, the guys that run that are kind of ridiculous.
Oh, they're
over
pricks.
The top.
Yeah,
they're pricks.
Screw them.
But
I'm never eating a Nathan's hot dog again.
Suck it. And I went as Joey Chestnut. Keep in mind, I went as Joey Chestnut for Halloween last year. I'm a big Joey Chestnut fan. My wife went as a hot dog. I went as Joey Chestnut, and I brought to the bar. I brought steamed hot dogs that were pre-wrapped up to the bar, and we had people do hot dog eating contests in the bar.
Usually, there's a no outside food policy, but
they didn't look. You know what? Yeah, and they should have looked because it was actually in a Bacardi cooler bag. So they should have been confused by why I was
what's
bringing
in that bag?
Well, I like 8 hot dogs or something in there.
My purse.
But turns out people want to eat a hot dog. They've been drinking a bunch. You pull out some hot dogs at 11 o'clock. If you force people to eat it, they'll eat it.
You don't even have to force them.
Yeah, exactly. If you're like, hey, people want food. The point I'm trying to get at is that those guys are kind of douches. Kobayashi basically turned the hot dog eating contest from nothing to something. Then they had Joey Chestnut, who was at the time basically just as good as him. He got just as good. And then they basically turned on Kobayashi, and they're like, okay, Joey Chestnut's the American guy. Let's make him the hero, make Kobayashi the villain. Basically turned against Kobayashi, even though he got him famous. And then Joey Chestnut ended up being better than Kobayashi ever was.
Well, Kobayashi moved on to different. He moved on to the ramen game.
Sure. But there was some time where they were competing head to head, and Joey Chestnut did win. It was a much better viewing party when they were competing against each other, and there was a chance that Joey Chestnut would lose. The last couple of years, 5-6 years, nobody's even come close.
No, the other competitors are embarrassing. There's always a grandma out there who's got 4 hot dogs done by the end of it. And I'm like, okay, so Joey's gone. Now I'm just going to watch some fools.
Yes.
Some street ruffians get out there and eat hot dogs. This is bullshit.
It's stupid. It completely will. If they ban him from this, if this stays through July 4th, which is coming up. So, I mean, we're going to know pretty soon. It's less than a month away. Mm-hmm. I have no desire to watch it if that's the.
I will. No, I'll probably be boycotting.
Yes. And even though this is something that I'm always with my wife's family on 4th of July, and I force them to watch it, and none of them want to watch it because they're disgusted by it, but it usually gets watched. And this year, I'm not so sure.
I'm sure I've asked, but how many hot dogs do you think you could put down?
It was previously 12 minutes. It got moved to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's safer.
Yeah. Okay. 10. So the record is Joey Chestnut with 76 in 10 minutes.
That's 7 a minute. That's 1.2 hot dogs per every 10 seconds.
Yeah. So, and the women's record is 48 and a half. In 10 minutes, and the most Kobayashi ever got, I think, was 50, basically 54.
Yeah, then he left the game.
I know. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. So, they had to do an eat-off. There was one time, 2008, they had to do an eat-off between the two of them. But anyway, those were the good old days, the heyday of it. Anyway, and we've talked a lot about, for people that don't really care about hot dogs.
How many dogs are you putting down?
How many dogs am I putting down in 10 minutes? I think pretty easily I can do 8.
8?
You don't think I can do 8?
I think I could do 25 to 30. myself.
Really? I would have to really try. I'm trying to think.
I never get full.
Okay, I get full. I'm saying I could easily do 8. I would try to see if I really wanted to push myself. I think I could. I don't know if I could ever see more than like 12 in 10 minutes.
Oh, I could dominate
But
that
maybe
number.
I've never really tried this sort of thing. See, maybe we got to try this. Maybe we do like a 5 minute, or maybe we
So
do a
when
2 minute one. And how many can we do in 2 minutes? And we just multiply that by 5.
Jared, I can't meal prep because whenever I meal prep, I eat all the food within 2 meals. I'll meal prep like for a week and then I'm just like, oh, and it's gone.
Yeah.
I just can't do.
I saw a really good Joey Chestnut was on a podcast. I'm not going to give it credit because I never do it because they don't give us credit. But they asked Joey Chestnut if he was facing Usain Bolt in a race, and they each had to finish one hot dog and then run 100 meters. Who wins the race?
One hot dog. I'd still say Usain Bolt.
Yeah, because he's a big guy. He could probably eat the whole thing.
I mean, if it's 5 hot dogs,
oh, then it's Joey. Yeah.
I might give that to Joey. He'd have a pretty good head start.
Yep. Yep. So that was the anyway, that's the update there. It's sad, very sad day in the world of Major League
Yeah,
Eating. I would
vegans screw
say it was
everything up.
probably my favorite, my second favorite. I would go NFL, MLE would be my ranking,
Mhm. Yeah.
sports wise.
USA, baby.
USA. Yeah, it's basically the most American thing that there is,
It is.
which is ridiculous. Steed, I'll get into my topic here because this one I'm sure we did not overlap in.
Okay.
I was in Las Vegas this past weekend.
Yep.
I've been to Las Vegas a lot of times. This one was a little different. I'd never done a pool party before.
Okay.
This was set up by my wife's uncle. He set up the party. We have one of those little cabanas with the bench seats overlooking the thing while this guy Tiesto, apparently a famous
big DJ.
He was the one performing for everybody.
He was spinning.
Well, keep in mind, it's 100%.
He was on his laptop. Probably wasn't even him. It's just a guy with a hat or something.
Exactly. I don't. He looked when I looked him up after. It's what he looked like. But does he? From what it looks like, for what he's doing is he is pressing the buttons on when to shoot the fire off the top and when to shoot water out of the cannons in the front. Because there was times where like it was transitioning from song to song, and he's like behind grabbing a drink, and I'm like, okay,
yeah, they're not doing much.
But to check into but it was a very wild experience. It was a good time. But when we are walking in, we're sitting there, and a bunch of them from Minnesota, and this one guy came up, and I'm not gonna say names of where we were at or what this guy's name was, but he comes up and he's like, "Hey, I used to play for the Vikings, right?" And
Kirk Cousins.
It wasn't Kirk Cousins. This guy worked at the place we were at, right? Okay. And he's like, "Oh, do you recognize me? I used to play the Vikings." And and they didn't recognize him, but he said his name and he said when he played, and they looked it up, and it was all he actually, instead of them looking, he said, "Don't look it up because I want to see if you can guess it." They weren't able to guess it. He's like, "Yeah, I'll show you." So he goes to his phone and he's like, "Oh, I'll show you pictures of me," right? So he goes and he Googles his name and other team he was playing for and all that kind of stuff. And when he's doing the Google search, it pops up with his recent searches, all just porn searches.
Oh my
God! So just the most. So then he's just fumbling around with his phone, and it takes him so long to get what he's trying to just show us, which is just a picture of him like in a jersey, playing, which he gets to eventually. But you could tell he popped it open, saw what we were all seeing because he's showing us his phone as he's doing the search, and then like freaks out, and then like is like trying to check it again. It's still there. It's like this should have been a 2-second thing. Took way too long to the point.
You should have went to his own Photos app where he'd presumably have a picture of himself.
Exactly. You would have, but maybe that was filled with just as much porn. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
But anyway, so then it's like it takes so long that by the time he's trying to show us his pictures, a different bouncer like escorts us to the actual thing. He doesn't have time to show us all, like the photos he was trying to show us. We see like the quick outline, but he doesn't like be able to click on it. He was like starting in the middle of telling us a story, but because it took so long because he was embarrassed by the porn searches, we ended up going upstairs. And then he was later was like, "Oh, I'll tell you guys the story about there was a scandal that happened on the team too, and he apparently had some background on that scandal." And we were like, "Oh, we can't wait to hear this." But I think he was too embarrassed by this whole porn search thing that he didn't find us later. So
he's not coming back up.
Oh no chance. No chance.
That's tough. I mean, you got to be careful, or you got to just. He could be like, "You guys into this?"
Yeah, the smarter move is to own it, right?
Yeah. I would just. You can say this just really loud. You go, "Whoops." Oopsie.
Oopsie. All right, here's the stuff I'm trying to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
If
you can't just ignore it.
That's which is what he did. He ignored it. And when you do that, it makes you look guilty and you look like you're doing something you shouldn't have done versus like, yeah, I do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played football and yeah, I look at porn.
Yeah, I was looking something up for my kids.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So my wife's cousin was literally like, I wish I would have seen what he was searching. Like I was now very like we didn't get like we just saw that what the names were, the sites and stuff, but like it would have been funny to see what he was actually searching.
You want to see. Mm-hmm.
At that point, you just got to see, all right, what you would the way to really own this, you say, what do you guys want to see? The pictures of me or what I was searching?
Yeah.
And my answer
watch one
both.
video, then
curious.
I'll take you guys to the cabana.
Yeah. Exactly. So I figured that was probably not the same story that you had.
We're actually word for word.
Nice.
No. Okay, since we're on the subject, there's a tribe in the Amazon rainforest. And our boy Elon Musk, well, it wasn't him, but some American entrepreneur and some I guess Brazilian entrepreneur were like, "Hey, you know what would be a good idea? Let's get these tribes people internet access through Starlink." Yeah. And they were like, "Sweet." And then they like used it to somebody got a snake bite and they got on the internet and got help and saved him.
Wow.
And then immediately after that, all the guys got addicted to porn.
So they're like, so whoever issued them this internet is looking at what they're searching because they're curious about like, hey, if we're giving people who've never had the internet before internet, what's going to happen?
Well, I don't know if they were watching it, but like the elders of the tribe are like speaking out. They're like, "This is bad." Like, because I guess they were conservative, like wouldn't even kiss in public or anything.
Okay.
In their tribe, and now they say like everyone's just lazy and like sits in their hammocks chilling, like, and they're like, you gotta hunt and like forage or fish, or like you don't get to eat, and people are just like not doing that. They're just sitting there playing on their phones, watching porn. Good for the entrepreneur. They made a difference.
Yeah, I'm. It is the risks of technology, right? People, I'm assuming, were not thinking of this when they said, "Hey, we're going to help out these Amazonian people." Little did we know.
You got to put a child lock on it.
That's the thing, right? You could have done kind of what China does, right? I'm assuming there's like a lot of restrictions. Tanzania did this for a while. Restrictions on what people see on the internet. Maybe just don't give them free reign. They can't handle it yet.
Yeah, they also were falling victims to scams because they didn't know like what scams were.
Of course. Yeah, that makes sense.
I didn't ask for this.
And then the parents are also worried because they like downloaded video games and stuff onto their phones.
Yeah.
And they're worried about them like replicating these and doing like mass shootings. And I was like, we've been over that. We did that in America. That's not what causes it.
No, it turns out it's not Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. So you're good on that one, but
yeah,
your people might go hungry.
Yeah. That's a good one, Steve.
Yeah, I thought that was really fun. And then I was like, what else is the internet good for, you know?
That's right. That's right.
YouTube and
Chubstep, but now they can check out Chubstep. We can get some Amazonian listeners.
Yeah, and if we got some boobs on it, they'd be
Then
really
they would watch it even more. Unfortunately, they don't want to see our boobs. So
He's a good man, your sheriff. And he's gonna keep on sheriffing. Same as you all are gonna keep doing whatever it is you do. Barbers cut hair, cooks cook, librarians keep checking out books because it's very important to read.
What happens when Bible camp opens?
Bible camp's canceled, and I'm not really doing questions and answers right now, dear.
the other thing I want to talk about, Seed, I got recognized at Costco.
From a
big
Chubstep
deal.
listener.
Okay, that would be my number one thing. Would be I walking through Costco and somebody's I recognize your voice from Chubstep, right? That would be great.
Yeah.
This was a little different. I walk out and some guy's like, "Hey, how's it going, bro?" And I'm like, again, this is middle of the parking lot. I'm by myself in the Costco parking lot. This is in Chicago. And I'm like, "Hey, how's it going? Do I know you?" He's like, "Oh, I see you at Export all the time." That's the gym I go to.
Oh, weirdo.
And I'm like, "It's good to see you." And I'm like, "Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll see you around." So like basically I'm getting recognized for being so huge at the gym.
You know what's
such big numbers.
Okay, I love that you were recognized for that, but what's weird is he never went up to you at the gym and was like, "Hey dude, like cool shirt" or something. Or like tried to do a conversation. Instead he's like, "I've been watching you, bro. I've been watching you."
Even with this guy said that, I don't recognize this guy at all. I didn't recognize him at all.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's not wrong. He obviously recognized me because I do work out there. But just interesting to get recognized somewhere outside the gym. Somebody recognizes you don't recognize them.
Yeah,
Again,
well, now anytime you go to the gym, you're gonna see him. Like
for
literally
sure.
every
Now
time.
I'll recognize.
You're
Now
gonna
I'll
have to say,
recognize him.
"What
yeah.
up, bro?" How yoked was he? What numbers?
He was
he?
actually a pretty big guy. That's the thing about it.
Okay,
He's
that's
actually
good.
a pretty
That's
big
good.
guy.
Then that's chill.
And now when I go see him at the gym, now I got to talk about like Costco deals that I'm seeing, right?
No, you should be
pick up
like
those toffee
you
cashews,
should be like,
bro.
"Hey." You go up to him and you're like, "Hey, bro, I see you at Costco all the time, dude."
You're the Costco guy, right?
Yeah, I see you every
You got
time.
the gold membership? What you rocking these days?
Yeah.
Gold, silver?
Just talk about protein powder and maybe you made a new friend.
That's right. Ask
Or
me
skull crushers, my favorite thing on earth.
Oh yeah, we popped the video on the Chubstep Instagram of you giving a demonstration with
doing the skull crushers. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
with
banana skull
bananas.
crushers. I do that with weights. I do that with numbers. I get
Okay, that's not
actually.
typically with just bananas.
Yeah, I got my weight pile literally right next to me.
Yeah.
So people that see me at my gym are just the kids in the daycare across the street, and
Yes.
they've been seeing results.
Okay, good. As long as they're seeing results, I just don't want them to be like following a bad example as they're growing up.
No, I always good form.
Okay,
I always do good form.
Good.
So
Good.
they're
You probably don't want them to spot you though, right?
They could come spot me if they
Okay.
want, a up close view of like how to properly do an exercise.
Good. Steve, before we get to something else, I want to get to real quick what I teased last week, and that was my girl talk.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
This week, Steve did last week, he did the fashion trends of the summer. I am going to do the nail color of the summer 2024.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
So this is official. This is according to Teen Vogue. Shout out to Teen Vogue.
Good source.
And this is from this year. So this is the summer nail color you'll see everywhere in 2024, thanks to Zendaya, Hailey Bieber, and Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay, I don't know who Sabrina Carpenter is.
I only know her from, she was on SNL recently and did a thing, which is just the most old person way of saying I've seen a more modern singer. My wife knows who she is. She's a TikTok girl. She's a singer. She's on TikTok. I don't know. I'm just sounding older and older as I'm saying this. So this is coming out of the Barbiecore trend, which is obviously started from the Barbie movie that basically came out of 2023. Some of the hottest celebs are now sporting the sweet, lighter shade of the proving that baby pink is the new shade of pink on the block.
Oh, Wow.
Okay. So basically, for a while, butter nails, Steed, were popular. Butter nails, I think
Talking
you'll
yellow?
remember. Yeah, I'll show you. You'll remember this. Butter nails, Selena Gomez rocked these in
Okay.
whenever this picture was taken.
Yeah.
Selena Gomez rocking the butter nails for a while. And then we also had Hailey Bieber doing the neons, right? Neon fluorescent
Yeah, it
nails.
seems like pastels
I would
are
say like a Easter rave.
Easter rave. Wow, those are bright.
Yeah. So those were kind of popular for a while, but now the new thing is the baby pink nail. So similar to, I'll show you some crazy ones. Saweetie, Paul. First time I ever
Okay.
heard of Saweetie, we were watching the Jake Paul fight
We were watching
at your house.
Yeah, I imagine her nails would be something along those lines.
These nails are like bugles. If everybody's ever
I don't
had a
know how you
bugle.
get I don't know how you get stuff done.
Yeah, so these are like bugles, but if you had an extra long bugle and attached it to your finger and then painted them baby pink.
Yeah, the color is beautiful.
It is, you could hurt somebody, almost Wolverine, like we can see hair. We're looking at some pictures of things here. That's the end of it. The point of it is that based off the Barbie trend, there's been a lot more baby pink this summer, and the nail trend, the nail color of the summer.
I think that's a nice subtle way to incorporate the baby pink into your look without going full, Barbie girl.
Exactly. You're not going over the top with it, but a lot of people are rocking the shade, as I just said, all those names that people definitely know.
What style from last week do you think this would best go with?
Oh, interesting. The pink nail. I think you could easily do the pink nail with the floral. What was that called? I can't when you have a floral.
Yeah, I
fabric
don't
flower.
remember what it's called.
There's a style that if everybody checks out last week's Chubstep, we talked about a certain style where you have a flower that is made of fabric that is sticking on your clothes. I feel like that would go very well with the baby pink nails.
Yeah, you're not going to want to wear your sailor outfit with this.
No, this would be bad for the sailor outfit.
Yeah, it's not classy enough. But you could do it with your crocheted look, your crocheted
It could work. It would be interesting. I'll put it that way. It would be interesting.
Okay. All right.
So I just wanted to give people an update. That was the end of Girl Talk. Men can start listening to the episode again.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Yep. As we move into banana drama.
Bird up.
Oh yeah. I think I know what we're gonna talk about. Yeah.
I have warned the listeners. Did we warn them about? Yeah, we warned them about the banana companies.
I don't know if I did because I had the whole episode. If people remember, I did a whole Chubstep episode on the banana.
Yeah, but then I think I did oh no, I did it on tires.
Yeah. So, okay. So if people want to check out episode 365 of from July of 2022, I did a whole episode just on banana facts.
Yeah, I was not on that one.
No.
Or no, I think I did
want to check it out.
comments.
But this is basically, that was like the history of banana. This is modern banana, if you want to hear about this.
Yeah, the Chiquita Banana,
yeah,
the banana group, they've been found liable in the death of 8 men in order to pay $38.3 million to them.
Yeah,
now you're probably wondering, like, damn, those guys must have like fallen off a banana tree,
slipped on a banana peel.
Great one there. How'd I miss banana peel?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it turns out they didn't. It turns out they were murdered by the United Self-Defense Forces of Colombia, a terrorist organization who Chiquita Banana has been funding for years.
Yes.
Your local banana that you eat every morning for breakfast funds terrorists.
Yeah. Did you get into the article why they did this? Why did they fund them?
Yeah, so basically, if you remember, it was the rubber trees in the Firestone, why we boycotted Firestone.
Yes. Yeah.
So they, like, in that one in Africa, there was like a group that was taking over Liberia. Yeah. And Firestone had the plantations, And the group was like, we're taking these. And Firestone's like, well, what if we give you some cash and you let us keep them? And they were like, all right, fine. So Firestone just gave those people money.
That's
Pretty
episode
much
410 that Steve talked about that.
Yeah, that's a fun one. You will boycott Firestone after that as much as you'll likely boycott Chiquita Bananas. So the AUC was who's that? Who's the terrorist group? They were threatening the property and like staff of Chiquita Banana in Colombia. And they were like, we'll kill everybody, blah, 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 burn your plants, I guess, unless you pay us.
Yeah.
And Chiquita Banana was just like, yeah, all right, we'll pay you. And they just paid them a bunch of money. And I'm assuming that they paid their workers super shitty. So it's like super low overhead. So they give the people like whatever I think it was almost $2 million a year. Just to like not destroy their banana plantation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they stand there just funding terrorists. And some people got murdered by said terrorist. And then they sued.
Yeah.
What?
Because they're terrorists.
Yeah. And then Chiquita Banana was like, oh shit. And they got sued.
Yeah.
And now they got to pay like $40 million, which isn't that much for the banana Mongol. But
yeah, that's how many bananas is that though?
It's like 38 million bananas.
Yeah.
So that turns out that's a lot of banana money.
It is a lot of banana money, but they're like the number one banana company. It's not even close. It's crazy how much they just have a chokehold on the banana company, the bananas. Like every banana eats a Chiquita banana.
Yeah, I don't really like bananas. Just never my thing. They're too soft.
I'm just looking at the Chiquita banana lady. Is she attractive? I can't remember.
They probably toned her down. I bet she used to be hot.
Okay, so the logo now, yeah, she's for sure been toned down, muted, if you will. And now they've got some real version of her.
She's the blue. Yeah, I'd smash. Ooh, look at this banana with the red to the right.
Now that's a Chiquita banana. Her body is a banana versus the Chiquita banana.
But she has human legs. She has human legs.
Which is a lady. The Chiquita banana lady that you typically see in the logo is just a lady holding a series of fruits on her head. And one of them is a banana, but there's other fruits there.
Well, Chiquita probably ventures into the
it is smarter
the
than
nectarine
limit
business
themselves. I'm sure it was racist in some way.
Yeah, I like the banana with the human legs.
Banana with the human, yeah, exactly. Keeps it like a little sexy.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the body, the normal arms, but yeah, banana body.
Women's legs.
But yeah, then some legs with high heels on. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Okay, so there you go, Chiquita lady. Yeah, Chiquita banana's bad. Who's shocked by that?
Yeah, they were sold for $1.3 billion in the year 2020. So
wow,
38 mil. They don't care.
Yeah,
they're gonna keep financing them. So boycott them, buy local bananas, add them to the Chubstep list of banned companies.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Steve. I think we can wrap it up there. People, email the show, chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube. Make sure to do that. We're working on
check out the updated thumbnails.
Steve's updating the thumbnails. I'm trying to work on some shorts here.
We got 2 shorts out, and stop disliking them because the one I put out, it reached a wider audience than I was expecting, and I'm very fragile. Okay, so when I clicked onto it, I was like, "Oh wow, a bunch of people viewed this," and then it got 2 dislikes. That affected me.
Which one was this? What was it about?
The only short that I put up there.
You said there's 2 shorts.
Well, that one I just posted right before this show, so I haven't looked at I haven't looked at that one.
Okay.
So it has 2 dislikes.
Okay.
But it has, more likes. I think it's up to like 7 people click the like button now. 2 people out there did not like it.
Yeah. Okay, well, that is sad. I'm sorry to hear about that, Steve.
So I'm asking people to just go easy on me. All right.
Yes.
Go easy on us.
Okay, but go easy on us.
We're real people behind this microphone. Okay.
Okay. We're real people. Yeah, I'm looking at these thumbnails you're making. Steve's thumbnails and
thumbnails are
they're ridiculous. I didn't recognize what this was. I'm looking at these people. You guys got to go to Chubstep right now because Steve's making these ones that are just insane. Like I thought this was like the wrong podcast because you're making these thumbnails. I don't recognize. These aren't us. They're just like random people's reactions to stuff.
It is random. It is free. I almost copyrighted myself, but I stopped myself just in time.
These are great. This one with the baby is I'm cracking up.
The baby's my favorite one.
Okay. All right. Sorry. We're laughing. I'm just laughing at internal stuff here. But yeah, email chubstep.podcast@gmail.com and check us out. Share the episodes with a friend if you enjoy it. Share YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. New episodes every Thursday. The show has ended. Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.